Assalamu alaikum. Hope everybody is doing well. Many people have asked me to create a video on how to navigate through Quran Academy, so I'm happy to do that. So let's get right into it. So this is sort of our landing page, and for some reason, if you're logging inside the app and you're seeing that you're not able to log in or it goes back to the home screen, that means your iOS software inside your app is outdated. In order to solve this problem, all you need to go to General Settings and update to the latest OS software, and inshallah you should be able to get inside the app. Okay, great. So now here it is. I logged in. I'm gonna log into my account, and I press login here. And once I press login, here I am in the text. I'm in Surat Fatiha. Just to let you guys know, we have the Medina text. This is the Medina Mus'haf, which is common in the Arab world. We also have the Urdu Mus'haf, which is common in Pakistan, India, and South Africa. And we have 13, 15, and 16 lines of page as well. So basically, when you guys get into the application, you guys probably see a lot of different pop-ups, and that means sort of the tutorials are on. So if you see this eye icon right here, if it's blue, outlined in blue, that means the tutorials are on. So for example, if I click on lesson right here, what will happen is it will show me a tutorial GIF on how this feature works. You can exit by clicking on the top right here. So for now, I'm just going to disable the tutorials, so you will see no pop-ups because I'm going to help you navigate through the app, inshallah. So here it is. I'm going to disable the tutorials. Now, if I want to start memorizing, there's a number of dynamic features you can start taking advantage of. So there's a lot of features on top and a lot of features on the bottom. When you're memorizing and revising, all you need to do is focus on the bottom features. So if I want to start memorizing, I can go to lesson right here, and I can filter by juz, surah, hizb, ayah, page, etc. Let's say I want to start memorizing Surah Al-Imran, and I'm going to press go. So it takes me right to Surah Al-Imran. And in the bottom, you'll see that it says tap on ayah where lesson starts. So let's just say, for example, I want to begin my lesson from ayah number 4. So that means I'm starting from Insha'Allah la yakhfa. That means I'm starting my lesson from right here. So this means that I'm in lesson mode. Anything not part of the lesson, so this is not part of the lesson, this is going to get grayed out. And before you saw on the bottom it says tap on ayah where lesson starts. Because I tapped on that, this is where my lesson begins. And I see a few different features on the bottom. Here, if you click on explanation, this sort of just gives an explanation of your lesson from the beginning of your lesson to the end of the page. So if you want to sort of read the translation of your memorization lesson, you can certainly do that at any time. You can exit out of here. Now, once you begin the start of your lesson, there's a bunch of icons on top, and I'm going to help you walk through each one of them, inshallah. So the first icon is the number 3. Now, if I click here, what will happen? It will show me 2 to 3 words. Each 2 to 3 words will be displayed. And I'll tell you why I built this. Many times people approach an ayah and they don't necessarily know how to memorize it. Number 1. Number 2, sometimes ayah lengths can be very long, especially in the beginning juz of the Quran. They could be 2 lines long, 3, or even 4 lines long. So a lot of people get overwhelmed because they don't necessarily know how to go about memorizing it. Not a problem. Here I built a chunking feature, and it displays 2 to 3 words at a time. So the way I would memorize this is I would say Insha'Allah la, Insha'Allah la. I would keep repeating and repeating and repeating it until I've recalled it from memory. Once I'm done doing that, I just tap right next to the la, and the next 3 words will appear. Ya yakhfa alayhi shay'un, yakhfa alayhi shay'un. So I would keep memorizing these next 3 words, and once I've perfected my memorization for these 3 words, I would review words 1 through 6 together. So I would say Inna Allah la yakhfa alayhi shay'un. I would keep repeating it and keep repeating it until you've recalled it from memory. You tap next, then the next 3 words will appear, and so on and so forth. So this is a more systematic and disciplined approach to memorization. It forces you to memorize X amount of words at a time. And alhamdulillah, it's been very, very, very effective. Now to get out of this mode, I just click on the number 3 icon. Now there's another icon. It has 4 lines right here. I call this the HIA icon, or the hiding the ayah icon. From now on, I'll just call it the HIA icon. If I click here, I notice that there's a few words that are displayed from the beginning of my lesson. I need to tap on an ayah circle. Once I tap on an ayah circle, what happens is that it shows an entire ayah along with the first few words of the next ayah. Now, I'll show you why I built this feature. A lot of times when people begin their memorization journeys, let's just say I just memorized 5 ayahs. It's very difficult for me to recall the beginning of each ayah usually, if it's a newly memorized lesson. So the way I would memorize this is I would say, let's just say I finished my memorization up to Ardi. I would say, وَلَا فِي السَّمَاءِ هُوَ الَّذِي وَلَا فِي السَّمَاءِ هُوَ الَّذِي. So I would memorize the last few words of the previous ayah along with the first few words of the next ayah together. That way, when I'm recalling it from memory, it's more seamless. The connection is made already. And now if I tap on the next ayah circle, then this entire ayah, along with the first few words of the next ayah, are shown as well. So I memorized up to huwa alladhi so far. In order for me to memorize yusawwirukum, I would say huwa alladhi yusawwirukum, huwa alladhi yusawwirukum. I would re-memorize the first few words that I learned along with the next few words that preceded as well. Again, this is important because when you review this newly memorized lesson, the connection is already made. It's more seamless from one ayah to another ayah as you're reciting. Now, in our app, I showed you the chunking feature. I also showed you the hiding the ayah feature. Another very powerful way to memorize is memorization by listening. Double tap on any word. You'll see a bunch of different icons on top. Just click on play. Once you click on play, the audio will start playing. So this means that the entire ayah is highlighted and this entire ayah is being recited by one of the famous qaris we have in our app. It says 0 right here. If it says 1, that means this entire recitation will be repeated 1 time. If it says 2, that means this ayah will be recited 2 times. So you can put the audio on loop and you can repeat it up to 10 times, and after 10 times you can go to infinity, so each ayah is repeated an unlimited amount of times and then it goes back to 0. Here it says 1.0. This is to control the speed of the reciter. You can increase and decrease the speed of the reciter. So if I tap here, the audio will be recited in a faster speed. Now I can tap here again and it will be a slower speed. And I can pause by clicking here. And I can exit out of audio mode just by clicking on the X right here. Now what you can also do is you can sort of mark your mistakes. We have word for word highlighting of your mistakes. So let's just say I'm messing up here. I can double tap on the word, I can drag the marker, and I can press tahfeed or tajweed. Now tahfeed mistakes are memorization mistakes or forgetting mistakes. Tajweed mistakes are pronunciation mistakes. So if you made a memorization mistake, all you need to do is tap on tahfeed, and what we'll do is we'll show you, it's highlighted in blue and you see the number 1. This shows you data on how many times you made that particular mistake. So if I double tap here again and press tahfeed, this mistake is made 2 times. Now I'll show you what happens when you mark a mistake 5 or more times. It becomes red. This sort of indicates to you that this is a repeat mistake you're constantly making. It creates a sense of urgency that you should probably work on improving this mistake. In order to unmark a mistake, double tap on the word, press unmark, and you are able to unmark a mistake. To classify a tajweed mistake, just drag the marker and press tajweed. And tajweed mistake is a different color. Now you don't necessarily have to classify the mistakes. Some people like to classify their mistakes. You can select whatever you'd like, and you can just double tap and mark tajweed, and the mistake count keeps increasing. So make sure to mark your mistakes and make sure to constantly review your mistakes as well. A lot of times we also want to recite to somebody to help us track our mistakes, but somebody might not be there, whether that's a teacher or a sibling or a spouse or whoever it is. No worries. What you can do is, you see this icon, if you click on the menu bar, this is the third icon from the bottom, says record. Once you click on record, what happens is you can actually start recording your recitation. So you click right here. So you can say, Insha'Allah la yakhfa alayhi shay'un. I can press stop right here. And once I press play, so you can record your own recitation, you can listen to yourself, and you can track your mistakes accordingly. Additionally, above the X right here, there's like a square icon. You tap here, and what it does is it hides the text for you. It hides the text for you because many times people like looking at the application, looking at the screen, without seeing the text. So once, I'm looking at the screen, there's no text there, I'm reviewing and reviewing and reviewing. I'm reciting, and once I'm reciting, let's just say I forget what the next word is, not a problem. Hold on to the screen, see where you left off, where your mistake is, and let go again. And you can have the text invisible, or you can have the text visible at all times. and you can exit out of this mode at any time. Um, Also, I wanted to show you how to another way to revise. In addition to the record feature, in addition to marking your mistakes, there's a hand icon right here. Now, what this hand icon does is it hides the text for for your lesson, and what you can do is you can move your finger from right to left, and the words should start appearing again. So this is a very powerful way to start recalling the text. You can read the text out loud, and you can keep viewing the text with your finger. You need to move your finger from right to left. You can even go backwards as well too, or forwards, however you'd like. Very, very powerful way to recall what you just memorized. Now, just to keep in mind, in this mode, in order to track your mistake, what you can do is this. You can actually double tap on a word, and you can either select tahfeed or tajweed. So I select tahfeed here. I can mark my mistake again by double tapping on the word. In any other mode, you need to double tap on the word, drag the marker, and press tahfeed or tajweed. In this mode, all you need to do is you just need to double tap on the word. You can get out of this mode by clicking here. So those are some ways to memorize and revise Quran in our app. I'll be launching another video on how to complete your lesson and how to make sense a lot of a lot of the data that's in our application. So for now, hopefully this helps. Inshallah, I'm launching another video as well. Assalamu alaikum.